And we should be live.
Alright, we are live. Welcome back, my friends and fellow potatoes. I am your host, Sparkle Penguin.
And I am the other co-host, Garrett.
Okay, I'm still Robin, but if you remember last week, I'm Sparkle Penguin.
I actually forgot till you reminded me.
I don't remember.
Yes, I decided I was Sparkle Penguin after we played Cards Against Humanity.
Sparkle
And
Penguin.
we are joined today by my bestest buddy ever. Say hello, Miss
Steve!
I am here.
And also my worstest buddy ever, but still my buddy. Say hello,
Not Steve.
Chris. Oh, not Steve today.
Hello.
Can you hear Cindy, Chris?
Yeah, I can hear her.
Okay. All right.
I'm having a poopy day.
Yeah. And we do apologize for the fan noise, everybody, but it is too hot not to have a fan running right now.
Okay, Garrett's going through menopause, even though he's young.
Menopause?
Manopause.
Just get warm for no reason lately. I don't know.
It's menopause.
It's summertime, dude. And we're in Kansas.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Yes. So, do you know, little fun fact about Kansas for y'all? Out of all the 50 states, Kansas has the most extremes. Do you know that?
Yes.
Yes, because the
Yes.
Army loves to recruit from Kansas.
Right? Yes. Kansas has the most extremes.
I mean, the only thing we're missing out on is a hurricanes.
Hurricanes, right? We don't have any bodies of water big enough for that. How do I show live? Oh, there we go. Alright. Sorry guys, I was trying to figure out how to get on the live stream so I could see the chat. Oh, now we're going to get feedback. Let me figure out how to mute this computer. Garrett, how do I mute it?
With Windows,
Oh, right there.
touch the sound button.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
Windows. Uh-oh. Touch the sound button. Wrong sound button.
I muted it. Okay.
Now I can hear everything. Uh-oh.
Okay, I muted it and it's still not working, guys.
Wrong
Hang
sound.
on.
Hang on. Now I can hear everything.
Ow! Okay, I muted it.
Oh. I'm sorry, that's my fault.
Okay, now we're good.
Third-party software.
Garrett peeked it.
I like playing with third-party software that breaks things.
Alright. Garrett peeked it. We're good. We're good. Got too many computer screens and computers going on here.
Ow, I'm being bited.
Stop being bited.
So, anyways, yes, we get the most extremes of all weather of all states. So they say like Alaska gets the coldest weather, but here in Kansas we actually get weather colder than Alaska. And then I can't
That's
remember,
crazy.
was it Hawaii gets the warmest or was it Southern California? I don't remember which state it was that gets the absolute warmest weather. But wrong, right here in Kansas, we actually get the hottest temperatures of all states.
That's right.
And then with the humidity, your southern states like Georgia and Florida and all of them, they say get the highest humidity.
No.
Which they do get very high humidity and for very long periods of time. Oh, and also even up in like Iowa and stuff like that, they get real high humidities. Any of your forest states too. But we actually get the highest humidity right here in Kansas. We actually hit 100% humidity some days. And
Life is pain.
right, we actually get higher amounts of rainfall in one day than anywhere else. Higher amounts of snowfall in one day.
So that's not
We've
normal.
had the record highs for snowfall, the record highs for rainfall, the record highs for wind, everything right here in Kansas, with the exception of hurricanes, but we get the tornadoes. So I guess that's a fair exchange, right?
I don't know about fair.
Right, hurricane or tornadoes do more damage than hurricanes. So
Me and my huevos.
Mom's being weird again.
But it's
again,
believable with the weather because of it being centrally located, like literally centrally located within the United States.
right. So we
It all
get,
makes sense.
right, we get all extremes, all of them. We just don't get them prolonged like everywhere else. We don't get the prolonged heat. We don't get prolonged cold, prolonged rain, prolonged snow. But we do
Can you
get.
hear them over that?
I
Oh.
can hear my mom cackling, but
Yeah,
We don't-
my microphone picked her up.
we don't get the prolonged weather
Cackling, casting spells.
that all the other states do. We just get little bursts of it. So yeah, but Kansas gets all the extremes in the worst ways. So little fun fact about Kansas.
Why is there a...
But
I
that
don't
was
know what
not
that is.
our beginning topic of the day. That was just, why we are the digression.
Is it poopy pants?
No, Chris, it is not poopy pants.
Oh.
Cindy, were you able to log on for our live?
Yes, I'm watching.
Okay, that way you can hear Chris too, or
Yeah,
possibly.
delayed.
Well, I guess you're hearing me too over the phone, so.
Yep. And I hear Jared.
Okay. Well, so Chris.
We're
is-
not worried about Garrett.
I'm gonna
Never are.
literally inform everybody now because he keeps bringing it up. Chris is having a shitty day.
I thought we weren't supposed to talk like that.
No, we are rated for 18 plus. We can talk however
Oh, so I
we
can
want.
go ahead and say I had a shitty day?
Yes, you can say you had a shitty
No,
day.
you can't say the N-word.
No?
You can't say yes. Well, you can.
I found silver algae,
we're not
Dad.
we're not monetized, so we can say whatever we
Good
want.
for you.
We're not
No,
monetized,
no.
and we're rated 18 plus. So even though we have a 16-year-old on our channel all the time, but
Parental guidance.
yeah, under parental guidance. But
Make it sound like
bad
this is an
parents.
adults only show.
yeah, but we do have adult ratings, so parents, if you're watching, and you let your children watch, just watch.
It's on
with,
you.
Yeah, it's on you. Watch with parental guidance.
You've been warned.
You have been warned.
Oh, it's just a cute
I'm
little
drowning.
game about fishing and building a raft. Nope, we're talking about genocide.
We're not talking
Genocide.
Are we counting physical age or mental?
Yes.
Well, if we're counting mental age, we have to kick Chris off.
Damn it, again.
But we'll just say, though, that Chris is having a shitty day because of Taco Bell.
Taco Bell. I
I think Taco Bell was just the tipping point of all the other dominoes he lined up.
It was bad.
Oh, pufferfish.
At least I made it home.
Help.
Oh, I
Never
just
mind,
earned
I fight
rewards.
back.
But, so today, I'll get us back on track a little bit. We're going to go a little political because I am
Yay!
I am mad at the United States general public, or at least half
Okay.
of them. or how many ever participated. And I personally know one person. I'm not going to call them out on the show, but I seen on their Facebook page they participated in this, and my immediate reaction was to block them.
Ooh, is it somebody I know?
Yes, it is.
Ooh.
And if I told you, even gave you a hint, they would know exactly who they are. So
You don't need to find out.
I will
I
have to
found
tell
some
you.
algae.
I will tell you after the show who they are.
Okay.
Yes. So my initial reaction was to block them because of their stupidity.
Oh,
Because
yeah, stupid people.
They don't realize what they were protesting. Okay?
Oh, I love stupid people.
And I love this person very much. I really, really do. And I think she got the raw end of the deal in another situation. But,
Oh, that really...
her sheer stupidity in the fact that she thought she was protesting gay rights is what saved me from blocking her, but also made me
poor stupid child, you.
Want to block her. Because she was out there holding a No Kings
Frickin'
protest
millennials.
sign.
Are you serious?
She's not a millennial. She is our age, Chris.
Yeah, quit talking so much shit.
Frickin' read.
So, she's a Gen Xer, okay? But
oh, that's even worse.
Yeah, she's
Gen
a princess.
Xers are fighters.
She's a princess. She's what we would have called a frosted flake.
Yeah.
Growing up. But she was out there with her No King sign and I want to note that this woman is straight, but she has a gay daughter, okay? But she's out there with her No King sign, with her rainbow flag and her rainbow paint on her face, and rainbow paint on her No King sign, and comments on her Facebook because she did a selfie, with her sign and stuff. And
am I friends with her on Facebook?
I don't know. You might be, you might not be.
Oh, we'll talk about that later.
No, it was not you, my friend. It was not you. But
ow.
And
what do you mean by we'll talk about that later?
Oh, I'm drowning. I'm drowning.
About, who she is.
Oh, okay.
And if we're friends, if he's friends with her, he might be. He might be. He might be. Actually, you don't. Actually, Chris, I'll text you really quick who she is. That's who. That's how I can tell Chris. I can text him really quick. So.
Don't
what? Text you?
Don't text me. You know I can't keep my mouth shut. Okay, text me. I'll be nice. Oh, too late?
Too late. I'm already texting.
He is not wrong.
Okay. So, right?
Oh, there it is.
He's so not wrong. But I just forgot. I was like, wait, I can text him. I don't have to wait till after the show. So,
I gotta get where I can, where I won't die so I can read the text.
So, but she's out there protesting gay rights and everything. And gay pride and all that for this whole No Kings campaign.
Are you serious?
Yes, Chris, I'm serious. That's who it was.
Okay.
Now
I'll be quiet.
Now
yeah,
you understand why I
quiet.
said that I would call her, growing up, I would have called her a frosted flake.
Yeah, I would have had some of my girlfriends go and beat her ass.
Right. So that's, okay. So, okay.
Matter of fact, I may still have some of my girlfriends go beat her
Wait,
ass.
I'll text you, Cindy, who it is, and then
And when I mean girlfriends, I mean friends that are women, not girlfriends.
Huh.
My dude cannot swim very fast, and this water's deep.
okay, Cindy, I just sent it on Messenger to you.
Okay.
You, I know you won't know,
Oh, okay.
but
Just
that
so I
way,
know the general shape.
yeah. So,
Do that.
yeah. So, you know, I know you don't know this person personally or anything, but
I've
gives
met
you
her
a
a couple times.
It gives you a general idea of who.
Do I know this person? You got me curious now.
I don't think
Not
you've ever
really.
met her, but
No, I have no clue.
Stone.
you know
Those
who
are
that first
stones.
person is,
Oh
right?
yeah, I recognize that
Ooh,
first name.
what
'cause
is
it's
going up
been
there?
in our family a while.
Yeah. It's, okay.
Oh, I
So,
found
okay.
some goodies.
So you generally you know about the person.
Right.
So, yeah, you and Garrett don't. Neither one of you know her,
Not a clue.
but Chris and I both do. But anyways, this is what got me started on this subject. Okay, I was against this No Kings because I think it's absolutely ridiculous.
It
Number
is
one.
ridiculous.
Number one, they set up this protest for all these small towns, right? Quote unquote small towns. So they actually did it here in Kansas, in Independence, Kansas, was one of our towns. And I think, what is that, Great Bend? They did it in Great Bend.
Oh, of course I did.
And, you know, right? Neither one of them are small towns.
Right.
Well, I mean,
Neither-
technically,
I mean, they are, but they're not. I mean, I guess for us Kansans, they're not small towns. But
right.
if you compare it to, like, bigger places, I mean, if you go to Wyoming, they're not small towns, because look at Billings. But,
Right.
you know, but if you go, like, to California, New York, and even, like, if you get into, like, the Houston and Dallas area and stuff, they are small towns. So, you know, I understand. But, you know, the first thing that came to my mind is the Jason Aldean's song.
Yes.
Try that
Try
in a small
that
town.
in a small town.
So I would like to note that all of these quote-unquote small town protests that were supposed to get all violent and everything and all this and that, number one, they did not call out any of the major, like, police forces or anything. They didn't really police them other than their quote-unquote small town police. And even at that, they didn't call out, like, all the police. It was just, you know, the normal cops on the police force. And it wasn't, and there was no violence involved and stuff. And like I said, all I could think was the Jason Aldean song, Try That in a Small Town. And so I was like, so all these protesters they got to protest this in these small towns were probably thinking about my fellow townspeople, and especially places like Kansas, Texas, Oklahoma, Missouri, Wyoming, and their Second Amendment rights.
Oh yeah.
Right.
And you know, we're a castle state here. And so is like Texas and Oklahoma.
Yeah, buddy.
We're all castle states.
Weapons are a part of our religion.
Yeah, I mean,
Mandalorian style.
you carry your gun like you carry your Bible around here. I mean, that's just it. You believe in God, number one. You believe in your Second Amendment right, number two. You hold them near and dear. It's God, Bible, spouse. I mean, in that order.
Right?
I'm sorry, I said that wrong. God, gun, spouse is in that order.
Yeah.
I mean,
God's
that's
so good we need him twice in our list.
right. He is that good. But yeah, it's God, gun, spouse in that order. I mean, that's how you hold them in your life. But so that's all I could think about. And these protests were supposed to get violent and supposed to get, where they were supposed to like be breaking into stores and looting and like they did in LA. But yeah, they were supposed to. These people. Well, we'll get into that in a minute. But yeah, these people were supposed to break into stores and loot and everything like they did in LA. But yet, every single protest was peaceful. It was peaceful protest, which is fine. If you're gonna protest, do it the right way.
Yeah,
Peacefully. Whatever.
Well, that's one of our rights.
Yeah, it is our right to peacefully protest.
Peacefully.
And, it's, you have the right, freedom of speech. Do your thing. But make sure you know what you're protesting.
Exactly.
For real. So, but let's just get into this a little bit. I want to explain to any of our listeners, because we've had actually quite a few popping on and listening to our podcast lately. And we want to thank you, my little potatoes.
Thank you.
But
What's with the potatoes?
I don't know, because I'm a couch potato, and they're my couch potatoes with me, and I
Oh,
love
okay,
them.
just checking.
I love them. Because I call my dog my potato because she's a potato, and she's a potato with me, and so, I don't know. It's a term of endearment, so if any of you are offended, I apologize.
At the same time, we
at
don't
the
care.
same time, yeah, throat punch to you if you are.
Roundhouse kick them in the face.
So, I mean it as a term of endearment. So, the No Kings protest signifies the rejection of authority and a call to uphold democratic principles. So, in the United States, we are not a democracy.
No, we're a constitutional republic.
Yes, we are a constitutional republic, which means we vote. Yep, we are given choices and we vote on them. We vote to elect officials to vote for us. Henceforth, the Senate and the House of Representatives, which make a Congress. We vote. We are not a democracy. For those of you out there that always say, well, we live in a democracy. No, we do not.
No.
Yeah, but we are not a democracy. Okay. The slogan was prominently used during the protest held June 14th,
What is that?
2025, which coincided with the U.S. Army's 250th anniversary parade and it says former president. He is our current president. And President Trump's 79th birthday. It says former. For real, Google?
Well, they are bought and paid for by.
Oh, yeah, he was our former president,
Yeah.
but he is also our current president.
Or should we say former and current?
Former and current President Trump's birthday. The No Kings protest had the following meanings: rejection of authoritarianism. The phrase expressed opposition to perceived authoritarian actions and executive concentration of presidential power. So, on that note alone, the president does not have any singularity power. None whatsoever. So every decision he makes has to be approved by either Congress or either the executive, the judicial, or the what is the other branch? Gosh, I'm blank here.
Legislative.
Legislative branch. One of the three branches has to approve his decision. Okay? Depending upon what it is about. He cannot even bomb another country. He can't say, oh, let's, like just recently how we just bombed Iran. He can't be like, okay, well, I'm sick of their shit, let's go bomb them. No, he cannot.
It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, I mean, he can say it, but he can't just up and do it. It has
If
to.
he pushes the red button, he can.
But
No.
he can't even singularly push the red button.
Oh, I know.
There are several people that hold the keys
You
to
know
the
how many
case
dicks
that
he has to
has
smack around.
right.
That's like prayer, yeah. It's not.
Wow.
So he cannot make any sole decision. It has to be, everything has to be basically put to a vote. You know, him bombing Iran was put
It's
to,
not just his decision.
yeah,
Mm.
it was put to a vote before it was done. So there is no singular decision there. He is not a king. Okay, so just so everybody knows that there is a vote depending upon what the decision is, depends upon which branch he has to go through to get that.
To get the approval, yep.
Like
Yeah.
I said, he's got to smack a few dicks around.
Yep. Okay, sorry, doing a lot of talking. Had to take a drink. Okay, the next point is assertion of democracy. Once again, we are not a democracy. Okay, the protest served as a statement for democracy, emphasizing that the U.S. government should be based on the will of the people and not ruled by a single supreme figure. Protesters conveyed the idea that we are all kings, not him. Okay, so no, we are all slaves. Well, not
Yeah.
all of us. Some of us are trying to live as kings. We got.
I'm a king.
We got the.
What's in your means, people?
No. What I'm saying is, these are people that are living off the government.
Oh, yeah.
They consider themselves kings. The rest of us are slaves.
We used to be kings and shit.
We.
That
Yeah.
was racist.
We all work. We all work for somebody or something. We are all slaves.
Yeah, I work for myself.
Right? We are all slaves
I'm a
to the
professional
man.
bum.
Especially Chris. He is a professional bum. He works for himself.
Uh-huh.
And his boss is a cheap ass.
Uh-huh.
The United States government for you.
Right? But and
And
what
a
I
hard
mean
ass.
by some people are kings are the people that are on welfare and should not be, are living off the government and should not be. The people that are the bad apples that are ruining it for the rest. So, you know who you are. Get off your asses and get a job. You are not my potatoes. You are the rotten apples in the bag. So, you guys are the ones calling yourselves kings. Okay.
They smell like a foot.
Right? We are not a democracy. Again. We are a how did you put it?
Constitutional republic.
Yes, thank you. Constitutional
Yes.
republic. I don't know why that keeps slipping in my brain. I practiced that like 100 times last night, and it still just keeps slipping out of my brain today. And
You have brain melt?
Yes, and I have a criminal justice degree. I have a bachelor's in criminal justice. Constitutional republic should be just like drilled into my head, but for some reason, I cannot remember it for shit today.
Was it a liberal school?
No, it wasn't a liberal school, as a matter of fact. No, and matter of fact, like, they were so, like, Second Amendment, like, if you didn't own a gun, like,
Fail.
you were, like, stupid and nobody wanted to talk to you and you smelled bad and you were the ugly kid in school just because you didn't own a gun. And if you only owned one, you barely were okay. Barely. Like, you had to sit at the nerdy table and you needed to own
Oh, they
20
would like me then.
You need to own 20 to be cool, drive a truck, and be able to work on that truck, and yeah, be poor, and
Well, shoot,
invest all
where
your
was
money
I at
into-
this school?
Yeah, I mean, it was a cool school.
I
So-
went to a liberal school and got kicked out.
Literally liberal.
No.
Oh.
Remember when my math teacher kicked me out because I took that online to get my associates just after I become disabled.
Oh, yeah.
I remember this.
Yeah.
And then I
I
got
was
kicked
there
out
reading it
because I
all.
spoke my mind.
We want you to be honest and constructive in your criticism. Okay, I think they're dumb.
Right, yeah.
I was being honest and constructive. You know, if you're going to take a college class, at least get out of kindergarten.
Right?
You know, they wanted you to stroke their ego.
Yes.
I'm not there to stroke egos and make friends. I'm there to learn.
You
I
know?
feel like Chris with you though, sometimes that is not.
I can't hear her.
She said that sometimes with you that it's not what, Cindy?
It's not fully what you say, but how you say it.
That it's not fully what you say, but how you say it.
You can read it
I
however
was
you wanna
nice
read it.
and I used big boy words.
What are you, stupid?
Okay, as we've digressed, the third and final meaning was to critique of Trump's actions. The protests criticized specific policies and actions of the Trump administration, including immigration policies, attacks on civil rights, and perceived disregard for democratic norms. The slogan countered what protesters saw as Trump's efforts to protect a strongman image through large military parade. Okay.
Well, you know what?
Go ahead, Chris, and then I have an opinion on this too. Go ahead.
Okay. The Democrats honestly want socialism. Okay? Socialism is just a fancy word of communism. And they've got these college kids, and I mean college kids now, so brainwashed. Yeah, I'm going to stop there because I'll just go into. I could rant. I don't do politics.
Well, and normally I try to steer away, but this one just really set me off, so that's why we're doing politics today.
How can the majority vote that voted for Trump
And I feel like a lot of that is
say that they don't want...
Right. And Cindy's right. She said a lot of it's now the era they're growing up in now. And I have to agree with Cindy, okay? Because each generation wants to give their kids better lives. So as Gen Xers, you, me, Cindy, our parents, their thought of a better life was let us do what we were gonna do. You know, we did chores, we worked,
You want to climb that tree? Go ahead. You fall down and skin your knee, you'll find out why. You know, that's...
we were a literal fuck around and find out generation.
I mean, you are completely truthful on that statement.
Yeah, I mean that was our generation. Our parents were. It wasn't. We went to the school of hard knocks.
Yep.
They may have told us. They may not have
Yeah,
told
touch
us.
that stove. You'll find out why we don't.
Yeah, that's it. It was a fuck around and find out. Oh, you
Hmm.
want to climb that little skinny tree? Yeah, go ahead. It wasn't.
Very good, though.
It wasn't, no, don't climb that tree, you're gonna get hurt. It was a sarcastic, yeah, go ahead and climb that tree. We were literally a fuck around and find out. Oh, you think you're gonna sneak out of the house tonight? Okay, well, you're gonna get,
Go on ahead.
yep, go on ahead. You're gonna get met with an ass whooping at 2 o'clock in the morning when you try to sneak back
You're gonna
in.
get caught.
Consequences for your actions.
Yeah.
Hope
and
it was
then-
fun.
Right, and then our generation thought, oh my god, our parents were just horribly cruel and
Wait,
mean.
Shelby.
And when we had kids, because we had kids at young ages, because we fucked around and found out,
Literally.
literally, and had kids young. And so, as young parents, we thought our parents were cruel parents, like they were mean. Not necessarily cruel may not be the word, but we thought our parents were mean. So we were gentler parents.
I wasn't, and you guys
Maybe
yelled
not
at
the-
me.
Maybe not the three of us so much because we have way better mannered children. Well, not me personally, but you and Cindy do. But then again, I didn't get mine till he was.
You're lying.
I didn't get mine till he was.
Teenager?
He was
teenager.
broken when you got him.
Fucked up. Ah!
Yeah, mine was already broken when I got him, and he was already a teenager. So
Shark bait. Ooh ha ha.
yeah, but anyways, but our generation in general, we kind of babied our kids a little bit more. We were softer with them. We were gentler with them. We're no,
You
honey,
were.
don't do that. No, honey. Okay, you're grounded. Oh,
Yeah.
you're grounded. You're grounded. Well, you can't have your phone for today. You can't. Oh, you need a cell phone at 13. Okay, here's a cell phone.
I had to buy my own phone at
Hey, not you. You don't
I was gonna
count.
say, she already said not our children because that is the truth. You had to buy your own if you wanted it. Same with
Yeah.
my kids.
You don't count. Some of you millennials were raised the right way. Not all, just a few. Okay? But we were gentler. Okay? And then now you have millennials with children, which are what they call them, the alpha generation.
Yes.
Yes, okay. Which are, a lot of them are actually now becoming voting age, believe it or not, which is like crazy.
crazy.
And, but they are even more. Oh, you can't talk that way to your kid. You can't cuss around your kid.
Oh.
You can't even watch
What do you
Disney
mean I can't smoke
anymore.
an eight ball with him in the room?
Right. You can't do this. You can't do that. You can't use these diapers anymore. You can't use these wipes. You can't use this formula. You can't do this. You can't do that. You can't. Which we've seen a lot with our kids too. You can't. Even DCF is so bad about that. You can't spank your child. That it's going to cause emotional damage. You can't do this. You can't do that. You can't say those words to them. It's going to be emotionally damaging. It's going to be emotionally damaging. It's going to be emotionally damaging. Everything is
darn.
emotionally damaging to your child.
Oh, I know. And all the warnings now, like on movies,
Oh, I mean,
some
like,
photosensitive
where I work
viewers
now,
make.
I see it more than ever.
And we are, yeah, because Cindy, you work with children in those situations. And the problem is, we are causing, well, not us, the system is now causing even more emotional damage than the fuck around and find out method.
Emotional damage.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, I got some emotional quirks, but it didn't come from my parents.
Mine did.
Okay,
I got
you're just-
PTSD from my daddy.
I mean, it is Chris we're talking about now, right?
Right, yeah. But for real, my emotional damage didn't come from my parents.
Should have. No.
Well,
It's from life happening. Like,
Really?
essentially.
Right? It really should have, but it didn't. I mean, shit. I got my ass whooped, but I wasn't
Oh, yeah.
emotionally damaged. My dad talked some real shit
Grandma
to me.
spanked you harder than me. Ah.
Oh, shut up.
But with that, with him talking shit to you just like my parents did to me, did you not just straighten your shit up and get it together?
Yeah, exactly. And even now, I mean, shit, I got my shit together and I help other people keep their shit
I
together.
thought I had mine together, then I found out today I didn't.
Christopher. But that is the problem with today's society. That is the problem with this no kings thing. And
Yep, I agree.
and that comes down to, that is the root of this problem. No authority. They didn't want discipline. They don't want discipline now. Everybody wants to do as they please. Well, if we had lived in a
makes the
society,
symptoms worse.
yeah, and we can't live in a society.
What
Cindy,
in the
what
world?
did you do?
That's what I'm
There's a
saying.
fire truck going by,
Uh-huh. Fuck around and find out, Cindy.
right? That's exactly what happened. I'm not telling. Don't tell, nobody knows.
Right? Run, Cindy, run! Don't get caught.
Oh, that's not gonna work how I want it.
But it comes down to that discipline.
Yep, you're right. I agree.
100%. You don't discipline your children, they turn out like this. And then,
And then you're upset because they are acting the way they are.
right. And then
And
the
it falls back on you.
right, and then the worst part, you have these quote unquote supportive parents that are supporting this. And it's just like these women that decided that because Trump was president, that they were going to shave their heads and not have sex for 4 years. Okay, good. That means you're not going to reproduce. Thank you.
Right?
Doing us all a favor.
I mean,
Some of them women are.
right? But, I mean, you know, thank you. You don't realize that you just did a favor. So, I mean,
But not only to, well, and it's not only a favor, it's like a favor to them, but also to everyone else in this world.
well, that's what I'm saying. You did the rest of us a favor because now you're not going to reproduce more people like you. And then all these celebrities that moved out of the country because Trump was president. Okay, great.
Well, bye.
We didn't need you. Like, Rosie,
Rosie O'Donnell.
yeah,
Yeah, Scotland's trying to excommunicate her back.
right? Yeah, Scotland's trying to send her back.
They do not want her.
But, Ellen DeGeneres, that's another one. She went to Canada,
Her and her girlfriend.
right? Well, no, her girlfriend left her over
I'm pretty
this.
sure Ellen was involved in all the child trafficking and stuff
But
too.
here's the thing with that. oh, that's gonna hurt me so bad that you left the country.
Right?
You can't trust an ugly lesbian.
Okay.
Yeah, how is
Thinking
that? Exactly. How is that going to affect
Same.
me? Bye, one less person in the U.S.
Hmm.
Bye. See ya.
Well, bye.
I mean, I'm not affected by either one of those women living in the U.S. See ya. And I am not affected by
Wouldn't
any
wanna
woman
be,
shaving her head and refusing to have sex. Okay, less babies born in the U.S. Bye. See ya.
Less welfare.
Less welfare. Yeah, exactly. What? Less welfare. Less people being born to act like that. See, even Shelby has an opinion on it.
Shelby,
Right? What is she barking at?
somebody drove by in a loud vehicle.
Oh. She's like, somebody's here, somebody's here, somebody. That's my dogs. That's why we can't do the podcast at my house. Because, like, every voice, everything.
Normally it's not this bad at my house, but it's so hot. I gotta have the fan.
Yep. Garrett's going through menopause.
I have
I
a
don't-
stroke.
At
I'm
an
stroking
early
out
age.
here, man.
He's stroking out. He's stroking out. Alright. But, yeah, that's... Oh, the people these days. Okay. So, then the final thing Google has to say... Oh, that's so funny. Sorry, my phone cracked me up. Okay, so the final
little,
thing Google has to say about this is, in essence, the No Kings protest aim to, number one, challenge perceived overreach of executive power, which again, we discussed that everything has to go to a vote, one way or another. Trump does not have final say over everything, which it's funny to me also, a little digression here, that when you're playing like cards or a game or something, you're like, hey, I just trumped that, you know, my card
That was when he
yours.
was that was when he was a businessman, you know, did that Trump Tower stuff.
Was that where it came from?
Yep.
Are you
Because
sure?
he was very dominant as a businessman. He's a very dominant businessman.
Well, and he runs the country like a business, and I like that.
Yes. And we're making money.
Yeah, he's getting us
We're getting out of debt.
Being immediately given over to where?
Shelby.
You know, all that money Doge saved us, they've already sent it over to Israel.
Well, I support Israel, but we'll get into that. Well, because all nations are going to come against one. That is what Revelation said.
Yeah, that's the nation we're going to come against.
Not necessarily. It could be Iran. It just has to be a Middle Eastern nation.
I think we should let them deal with their own problems and stop being a food bank.
Well, yeah, I agree with that too. So
Israel is more than a food bank.
So, but Israel also sits on the largest amount of gold and oil too. Okay, so anyways, number one, the challenge to perceived overreach of executive power, which Trump does not have. Okay?
I do.
You wish. Advocate for the return of democratic ideas. Totally against that. Highlight concerns about potential democratic backsliding in the U.S. Oh my God.
You know, like how they're upset that they're getting rid of all the illegals for cheap labor? Like,
yep.
You're getting rid of our slave labor. What are we going to do now?
Well, go to work. Go to work, pay fair wages.
Fair wages, yeah.
Right.
Well, and we do have...
There is a factory in Omaha, Nebraska that ICE raided.
Mm-hmm.
The next day, it was full of people trying to get jobs.
Yep.
Legal people.
Yep.
And we actually do have immigration programs.
We do.
Like in Texas, I know for a fact in Texas that allows illegals to come over They're given a temporary visa
Assigned,
type
yeah.
thing, and they're allowed
Yeah.
to come over and harvest and make money and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're perfectly legal to come over and work and send money home or whatever and stay in the U.S.
Yes.
And it's an
Yep.
easy
Oh, yeah.
process for
And
them to go through.
Because of the illegals, they're screwing those people over.
Yeah, and exactly. And a lot of them, because I seen this bus out of Houston when we lived in Houston that was taking illegals. Well, they were legals
Yeah.
because they had the work visa. And what it did was drove them back and forth to these camps.
To Mexico.
And to Mexico both. But, well, this one was a farming camp.
Camps, you say?
Well, it was.
Sorry.
It was.
Dark humor.
Yeah, it was. What do you call it? It was cabins, like duplex type, fourplex, sixplex cabins.
Okay.
And it was a bus that took them back and forth to the this onion farm. And they were harvesting onions.
Scrape onions. You can see in the
and-
dark.
Right? And they were harvesting onions. And because I asked my landlady, I was like, what are they doing? Because the onion farm was down the road from us. And she's like, oh, they transport these people. And she explained about the visa thing to me. And I was like, that is really cool. And then when the harvest is over, they can find another farm to harvest more and keep their visa, or they can go back to Mexico.
Where'd you go, Dad?
And I know
I'm
that's
looking for the boat.
I know that's a big thing in, like, what's that town right by Juarez? On this side of Juarez?
El Paso.
El Paso. That's a really
Yeah.
big thing in El Paso. They do that and transport them back and forth across the border to the farms and ranches.
Garrett, did you leave the island without me?
No, I'm
He's
still
on the boat.
here next to the island.
I must be on the backside. Dang it.
You must be on the backside of the island. I gotta go up to the top anyways.
I was like, he's on the boat.
I'm on the boat.
Holding the
Canteen.
canteen, yeah.
I'm on a boat.
But then...
I found the boat.
But that's my rant about the whole presidential, no kings.
It's just a way for crooked politicians to keep
Oh, no, it's not my whole rant.
being crooked.
So that's not my whole rant. That's not my whole rant. I wasn't
Oh,
done.
man.
I forgot.
Now,
I know. There's more. There's more. Just when you think
but
she's
wait.
done. But wait. There's more.
There you go.
So they were supported and paid, these protesters. Like all these ones in LA that like just destroyed downtown LA.
Yeah.
Like all around the police station and all that. And all these ones that quote unquote went to the small
Ooh,
towns
nice.
and stuff.
It holds a lot more water.
They were paid by big corporations like
Yep.
Walmart. Well, it wasn't Walmart. It was Kroger.
Kroger.
Which is Dillon's, King Soopers. What is that store I was stopping in Dodge? Right there in the corner. 14th and Western. Quick Shop.
Quick Shop.
Yeah,
Quick Shop.
Quick
Well,
Shop.
Quick Shop's part of
Kroger.
Dillon's.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Dillon's, King Soopers.
So the
Kroger.
parent company of those companies.
Yes, the parent company, Kroger. Their Target was another company that
I
helped sponsor and
Believe
pay.
Target.
And some other smaller ones I didn't recognize. I don't remember, but those were some of the big ones that I seen. And AT&T, I was just like, oh, I'm glad I switched to T-Mobile because they did not help sponsor and pay. But, so, just a little heads up, I will not be going to any Kroger companies. I will not be using AT&T, which I don't. And I will not be going to Target. Not that I ever go to Target,
Yeah,
because
there's not even a Target near us.
Garden City, but
There's one in
Oh,
Garden.
gross.
yeah, there's one in Garden.
I've
Like
been
a-
in Target one time in my life and I did not like it.
Well, it's to me, it's. I guess I'm poor. It's like the rich man's Walmart.
It's Walmart. They just throw extra money at everything.
Yeah, it's the
Same
rich.
quality, if not worse.
Yeah, it's the poor man's rich man Walmart. I don't know how else to say that.
I'd rather
but-
go to Sam's Club.
Right.
At least
but-
there I know I'm spending good money on good products.
Right, which is just another Walmart company.
Yeah.
But I got ripped into about going to Walmart because they have so many Chinese products, and I'm like, well,
they do.
everywhere you go is gonna have Chinese products right now. So
Well.
until we fully integrate into all American again, you just can't get away from it. So I'm sorry, I still own a Samsung phone and have a HP shell on my computer and Chinese products inside of it, and so I have a ADM processor, and you can't help it. You can't get away. We have a PlayStation and Xbox, and it's just life. It's life.
No, no,
I mean, I do
no.
try. Don't get me wrong. I try to buy American every time I can. Like a lot of my baking pans are almost all my baking pans, as a matter of fact, are American. My skillets and stuff are American. Those really heavy skillets I have, what do you call those? Cast iron are all
Cast iron,
American.
yeah.
I do buy American. Yes, I love my cast iron. I'm trying to talk my boss, I keep meaning to ask my boss. She has this cast iron griddle that I never use because I cook for her. And I keep meaning to ask her if I can have it because I know she'll just give it to me. And I keep forgetting to ask her if I can have it. Because I never use it at her house, ever. Because, well, I have it in like this pristine shape and I don't want to use it and then mess it up. But I don't have a use for it at her house at all. Ever. I don't ever cook anything that would
Why?
need it. So I keep meaning to ask her for it. But I forget. Every time.
Shelby, you're mental.
Alright.
Well, I never remember until I want to use it at my house, and I'm like, I should have asked her for that griddle.
Nobody's here.
But, anyways, I digress. Okay, so now I think I'm done with that
I
subject.
bought you something.
Hang on, I'm Outlook.
Hey, while you're hanging on, show me how I know where we're at on time, Garrett.
See this top little tiny number on my screen over here? On my screen over here?
No?
It says 57,
An
58.
hour and 2
Oh.
minutes.
Oh, okay, so we're good. We're
Yeah,
good.
we're doing fine.
Okay, so, as usual, did you ever find your other box? Or
No.
bring your other box down?
I didn't. I couldn't find it.
Well, what
Ooh.
the heck?
I don't know where it
man?
went.
I can't believe we actually pretty much stayed on subject for almost a whole hour.
How do I look?
How do I look?
Nice.
Right?
Hey, does that help you dive?
I don't know.
Now
or
I
is-
know how to stay on subject. Get a political thing.
No, it doesn't.
So-
No, it doesn't.
It didn't help with the shark either.
Oh, no, of course not.
Okay.
hear that.
I think it's just cosmetic. Here, you look at it.
Alright, so... I don't want AI, thank you. I'm not interested.
I don't want it.
Oh, okay.
So, okay, we will... Ah! I pushed the wrong button on my phone, sorry. We are going to end today... No, not that. My phone's being stupid, so give me a second here.
We have too many eggs piling up. I'm going to have to get rid of one of you birds. Which one's bird 3?
Can we
For your
cook them?
price.
No, I don't want
You wanna cook the
notifications.
bird?
Thank you. Alright, we'll end
No, the
today.
eggs.
Wait, I can't find the box. Hold on, guys. Hold up.
You gotta use it with the
Found
recipes.
Found it. Alright, we'll end today with some silly best friend questions about goals and dreams answered with, well, we'll answer them. And then we'll see what the cards say.
Dun dun dun!
Dun dun dun! Since we have my best friend on the phone today. So, first question is, where is your dream vacation?
I'd go back to Galveston or Magnolia Beach. I really liked it down there.
Hugh Hefner's mansion.
I would have to say anywhere camping.
Anywhere camping. Ooh, camping on the beach.
Yeah.
Hugh Hefner's mansion.
Chris's Hugh Hefner's mansion.
Not so much for me. I'll pass on that one.
Right? The cards say, dun dun dun, we got a card here. 50 milligrams of Zoloft daily.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's a lot of Zoloft.
That is a lot.
And you would definitely be on vacation.
That's if you like pina coladas.
Right?
Getting lost in the rain.
You would not know where you are.
I don't know where I'm at.
Okay, what does your dream home look like and where is it located? Ooh, I know this. Mine is a cabin in the woods with a nice, decent-sized river.
I watched a movie something about like that.
Like, going by.
Mine's like yours, Robin, but it's Hugh Hefner's mansion put there in the woods with the night.
Hefner. I'm pretty sure
I don't know.
When he died, a bunch of his girls came out and was talking shit on him.
Right?
It's okay.
Alright, Cindy, what is your dream house look like? And where is it located?
I would say it's going to be the same as yours,
I'm casting off.
except for it could either be a river or a depressed lake.
I could deal with the lake.
A lake,
And
a
then
river.
it'll be a year's
I want a river leading to the lake.
Yeah.
And it would have to be what, Cindy?
to have a tunnel or a hall or something connecting it.
Right? Yes. Okay, so for those of you, because I could barely hear Cindy, so I've got ours together now, Cindy. I've got our perfect houses. So Cindy said like mine, but a lake, and then a tunnel or hall connecting ours together. So, and then Chris said like mine, but with a river leading to a lake. So I got mine and Cindy's perfect house. So it's gonna be 2 cabins next to each other with a little tunnel or hall thing connecting the 2 of them. It's gonna be a secret tunnel, so nobody knows.
Secret tunnel.
So only we can get to each other's houses. And then outside is going to be a beautiful little river that leads into this big old lake where we can have like our speedboats for like, you know, dragging people behind in little floaties and our little sea-doos and all that. And we can go fishing off the dock or swimming or whatever we want to do. Right? And we can float down the river. We can like take our little floaty and float down the river into the lake and stuff from the house.
It has to be in the woods.
Well, yeah, it's in the woods. Okay, and the cards say their idea of a perfect home and where it's located is a burrito that's just sour cream.
Oh. That sounds like a sad burrito.
Right? It's just sour cream. Okay. If you had a superpower, what would it be? We've discussed this before.
We have.
I would choose invisibility. That anything I touched or was wearing would be invisible too.
Smart.
You're going to steal money from the bank,
Yeah.
aren't you?
It was my money to begin with, damn it.
And Cindy, I don't know why, but we can barely hear you now. Okay, the cards say inappropriate yodeling.
Yes. I'm game.
That is.
What is honking?
Is that
That's
on the
why my
game?
dog's
I
going
don't
nuts.
hear anything.
Oh, it's outside.
I think it's my neighbors or you guys.
No, it's not. It's not here. The honking. It's not Cindy.
Is that your TV?
My computer.
Nope, it's the neighbors.
Yes, yes. Now I can hear you better. Okay.
I'm about to go over there and honk their honker.
You know what, my child?
What?
I'm tired of you saying I want.
What did I want now?
I don't know. You know what?
What?
Grow up and get your job. You buy all your I what you want.
I do not know what's going
What
on
the-
over there, but
I don't remember saying I want. We were playing a game of what your dream.
I what? I thought it was funny.
I'm freaking out, man.
oh my gosh.
That horn is driving me nuts.
The little girls have their bikes with them attached to the car.
So, Cindy,
I'm freaking out, man.
We're at another island. You know?
okay.
A little island.
So the next
keep going?
question is, who's
Yeah.
your? Oh my God, this is going to be so funny because I drew 2 cards for this one, and I just read the question in the cards. Okay, who's your dream dinner guest, and what are you cooking for them?
I don't know.
My dream dinner guest.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Jason Statham and anything he's
Oh, yeah.
to eat off my body.
I can't help
who's
it.
honking this horn.
Oh, you guys can hear the horn?
Do what, Cindy?
I said, Jason, gosh, I can't even talk.
Jason Momoa is better than Jason Statham. Okay, so it's just not me. It's not in my
No,
head.
I hear it coming from your side, Chris.
Yeah, if I was gay, I would be gay for Jason Momoa. He's Aquaman. I didn't hear you. What?
I don't know. Channing Tatum, that one right there.
And anything he
Yeah, we're still on the blog.
And Chris is Jason Momoa, and anything he'd eat off his body. The whipped cream bikini is coming out.
Is that what I'm hearing, Garrett? Oh, I was blaming the neighbors and mom and...
I've just been up there driving and blowing the horn this entire time.
He
You're just
has.
freaking
He has.
out.
I even whispered to Cindy that it was on the game, and it was Garrett doing it.
Yeah. Well, I have my TV turned up a little bit so mom can hear.
Yeah.
So we thought it was the neighbors.
No, it's been Garrett this whole time. And so, like, on our side, the game is muted.
It's very quiet on my end.
Yeah, very quiet. So it's only coming through the headphones on my side. So, and then, like, Cindy can only hear it on the stream on her side. And
It's delayed for her.
Thanks a
bad.
lot, guys, for making
And
me look retarded.
so I whispered to Cindy that it was Garrett doing it. And you're all freaking out about this horn. So only Garrett, Cindy, and I Right, we're the only three that know it's Garrett, unless
I'm glad my amusement. It
So
stinks in this whole house.
okay, so your dream dinner guest. So who's your dinner guest, and what are you cooking for them? So the cards had the best answer, and Garrett's gonna love this. The cards say Nazis is their dream dinner guest, and they're cooking Go-Gurt. And
Go-Gurt?
Go-Gurt. And I kid you not, those are the two cards I pulled. I cannot make this stuff up. Nazis and Go-Gurt. Okay. I can't beat that answer, so we're gonna leave it there today, guys. I cannot beat that answer. We're gonna leave it there today. Nazis and Go-Gurt. So, what's
Nazis
happening
and
tonight
Go-Gurt.
for dinner? The Nazis are coming over, and we're cooking them Go-Gurt.
Mom, the Nazis are coming over and we're cooking Go-Gurt for them.
Right? Oh, God, you gotta love Cards Against Humanity. We gotta find the question box so we can actually...
Mom wants to know when they're going to be here so she can be prepared to feed them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because Mom likes her Go-Gurt frozen. Oh, that's great.
Where'd that bird go?
Nazis and Go-Gurt. Man, you can't even make that shit up. I can't believe I pulled those cards. That was the funniest thing. I started laughing before I could even get the question out. I was like, Nazis and Go-Gurt, and then I looked at the question. I was like, oh my God,
I'm
that's
dying.
great. Because I always pull two cards, because sometimes the card just does not go anything close to the question, and it's just stupid.
Bryce.
So I always pull two cards just in case, and then it was a two-part, and I was like, oh my God, you just can't make this shit up. That's great. Nazis and Go-Gurt.
You think the shark's gonna eat my bird?
Alright, guys. Well, that's more than our time for this week.
Yay!
So, oh, hey! I see a time on the screen now. 71 minutes.
You are just
Nice. Sorry, I got excited.
funky butt loving.
I know. Alright, guys. Well, that's it for this week. Please make smart choices. Know what you're protesting. I mean, feel free to protest whatever you want, but please know what you're protesting when you're joining a protest. Don't be stupid.
Right? That's the problem. Most people are just so uninformed.
Right.
Make smart decisions.
Yes.
Educate yourself before you do stupid.
Yes, be educated. I mean, you know, there's Google, there's Gemini, there's Siri, there's Copilot, there's GPT, there's all kinds, there's Meta AI. I mean, come on, guys. Yeah. Yes, ask questions. YouTube. You can YouTube videos. Ask questions. Ask questions, man. This is a world full of information, so be sure. Look it up. Research. Know what you're protesting. I mean, feel free to protest. If that's what you believe it, fine. Great, power to you. I'm gonna love you no matter what. God said, no man is greater than the one that loves their neighbor like themselves. So,
you know how we like to love ourselves.
No greater is a love than a man that loves thy neighbor like themselves. So,
I made it up
I
there
love
once.
you no matter what your choice is, but be educated. Look it up. Press the button. You don't even have to be able to spell. You can just press the little microphone icon. And yeah. I mean, my nephew does it all. My youngest nephew does it all the time because his spelling is atrocious. Matter of fact, he's put really instead of ready today. It was so cute. But yeah, just educate yourself before you just go out there and make a fool out of yourself. Because you know what? You go out there, you make a fool out of yourself, and I see it on Facebook.
Make fun of you.
I guarantee you are going to be the subject of next week's podcast. I guarantee you are going to be the subject, or at least one of the subjects of next week's podcast. Guarantee you, if I see it, you're going to be a subject, because I ain't going to let it go. And so if you listen to it, and I know you have listened to a couple of these, you're going to know it's you. And we're going to make enemies, and I'm sorry, but note I did not.
I'm not sorry.
But educate
I
yourself,
took
guys.
the money.
So, alright, that's it for this week. So go out there, make good choices. Be kind to one another. And if you can't be kind...
Eat more Taco Bell.
Yeah. And if you can't be kind, throat punch.
Whack.
Oh, definitely throat punch.
Always.
Hey! Always throat punch.
I'm your co-host, Sparkle Penguin.
And I'm Garrett.
And my best buddy, Cindy. Say goodbye, Cindy.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye, Cindy.
Bye, Cindy.
Goodbye, Cindy. Say goodbye, Chris.
Goodbye, Chris.
Bye.
To all my lovely potatoes out there, we'll see you next week.
We will see you next time.
Yeah. I can find the buttons.